Hello fellow survivors, we are back here in the main run in Timberwolf Mountain in the Mountaineer's Hut. We got everything ready, we've been to the summit, we've been up, no you can't see it, it's foggy, but we've been up there, we collected everything, we got the moose, we got the hides and everything, it's curing, not completely done yet, but it's looking pretty good. And now the journey back home begins. We're going to take some of this stuff with us back to Trapper's cabin and start crafting stuff. So today what we're going to do is a journey back home. We're going to do a detour though. We're going to go via the plane crash in Pleasant Valley because we could find some good loot there. There could be some clothing that we need and that sort of stuff. And also I want to go to Three Strikes Farm because there can be some tools there. It's not really much of a detour. So unless I'm really heavy, I want to go there. If I am heavy though, I might leave it. We'll see. So that's kind of the plan for now. It's early morning. How cold is it? Let's see. -14. It's a bit cold, but that's okay because we can warm up in the bunker. First, let's have some meat. We need to take some food with us also because we don't have that much food. Oops, I did not mean to drink that. Do not have water. No, what did I drink? I drank one of these, I guess. Let's have some water. There we go. And I want to take 2 of these with me. And then I need to take the moose hide with me. I'm going to take... Do I need the rabbit pelts? I don't know if I need the rabbit pelts, to be honest. Or the wolf pelt. We'll take the deer hides, though. We'll take those. And I think there's some stuff curing in Trappers, isn't there? There's guts. Well, a bear hide. I'm curing a bear. Did I not write this down? Yeah, there is, of course, because I killed a bear. It's just not written here, because I killed a bear and Trappers is curing with some guts. I don't think we need more guts. I mean, I can take like 2 of them with me or something, maybe 3, 4. I have been in a situation before where I felt, oh, I don't need any guts where I'm going, so I'll just leave them, and then I ended up needing them anyway. So let's take them with. So this is making us really, really heavy. Let's see if there's something else we can leave behind. I think we'll leave behind some torches. Let's just put these in here. It's okay that we're heavy, but the lighter we can be, the better. There are quite a lot of matches there, but that's alright. Yeah, we don't need that many of these either. Let's put like, a couple of these in. What else can we get rid of? Crampons, we'll take that with. That too. And then we have the meat. I would like to take meat with me is the thing, but I guess it's not that important. Let's refuel this. Yeah, we'll see how heavy we are when we get to the plane crash. If it's very heavy, it might go to Skeeter's Ridge or something and see if we can find some tools somewhere. I guess we want to take most of this with us, I suppose. Yeah, I guess so. I'm kind of carrying some of the summit with us. So I guess we'll take this. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so we'll be a little bit heavy. We're going to take 1 more meat with us, and then we'll say goodbye to Trapper's cabin, and off we go. The most important thing is this, yeah. We're cold, but not that cold. So I'm going to head now to the bunker. I'll go there, warm up again, and then I'm going to go to the plane crash. I'm going to check all the suitcases to see primarily if there's any thermal leggings or thin wool sweaters or something like that. We have pretty good clothing now. This is our clothing. This is pretty good, double combat pants, but we're missing one of these. We're missing more wool socks or climbing socks. You can find those, extremely rare though. And these are not great either. So there are a few items we can find, and hopefully you'll find at least one of those in the plane crash. Generally speaking, getting clothing early in Interloper has a lot of benefits in the sense that the world gets progressively colder. So from day 1 to day 50, the world gets colder and colder. It goes down by about 20 degrees over the course of those 50 days. So if you get a lot of good clothing early, then you will be warm relatively often, or rather not as cold in the early game. So like now, for example, it's fairly early morning and it's quote only -11, which is pretty good. So that helps a lot in the early game. However, in the long run, the majority of the clothing you find will not be used. So on that side of the spectrum, you don't really need to get clothing early either. You can just craft everything you need. But there are, of course, some clothing items that cannot be crafted, like the hat, the air wrap, the socks, the thermals, and the sweaters. So there are some items you need to find before they get ruined. In particularly thermals. There are not that many thermals or long johns in the game. You can find climbing socks and wool long johns on Interloper, but they are extremely rare. In fact, they're so rare that I am not entirely sure if it's intended or buggy. I have seen people found 2 wool long johns, which is the red ones of these, if you're not sure what I mean, on Interloper, and I have seen people find 2 climbing socks, but usually you find between 0 and 1 of those. Some people even go on a entire Interloper run, they only find 1 thermal underwear, which is the one they spawn with. So they can be quite rare. They are best found in bathtubs. Okay, Timberwolf Mountain, we're off. Thank you for all the loot and all the fish and so on. And we are off. Off to Pleasant Valley.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
You'll be fine, Astrid. We're gonna go down here, sleep for like an hour to warm up, and then we'll keep going. I'm gonna avoid running if I can, but I might do a little bit of running. I might do it a little bit here actually, just to avoid taking too much cold. We're gonna sleep for an hour anyway. But then I think that is the extent of how much I'm going to run. Alright, into Pleasant Valley we go. And we are going to take the shortcut down. We're going to billy goat down. We're not going to climb the rope. We're too heavy to climb the rope anyway. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the shortcut. If you're not familiar with it, you'll learn it today. It's very, very easy. Pretty much every rope in the game can be skipped, but some paths you take are riskier than others. There we are. Back in good old Pleasant Valley.
Oh, so cold.
Let's see here. Okay, so we're coming up to the rope anchor. You can see it there in the distance. And we are too heavy to climb it. Even if I was not too heavy, I might skip it anyway, just because save the fatigue, but it's not really that big a deal. But here, you can get down here without the rope easily going both left or right, whichever way you go, but you're likely to take full damage if you go the wrong way, but you won't die. Well, there's an easy route. So when you are here by the rope anchor, you take a right. And then from here, it's pretty easy. First, you just go along this edge here, like this edge. Just hug the wall on your right the entire time. Then this little gap here, go into that gap, like that. Then you crouch and crouch down on the edges here, and again go into the gap. And then here, you just try and get as close to the bottom, like as inwards as possible, like this. Got a sprain, but that's it. And then you crouch down. This fall is, very often you will take some fall damage if you do it wrong. Then you crawl forward here, and then here also hug to the right. Otherwise you fall too far. And then you slowly make yourself put down. And there you go. And I took no damage from that. I got a sprain, but I didn't take any damage from it at all. And that's it. If you do it a little bit rushed, a bit too fast, you'll take a little fall and you'll take a little bit of damage, but not a lot. You're not going to die from it. Right, we have wood here and other stuff. Forgot that we left this. Did I put this? Yeah. I don't think I did. But I can't really take it with me because I'm already heavy. So let me just write a note. I thought I had written a note on that already. Okay. Stuff. Yeah, but also misc wood pot in PV bunker. The whole world is going to be checked at least twice, so we'll find it again. Let's sleep here for 1 hour. I'm not going to put the thing down to cure because it's 1 hour and I'll just forget. There we are. I could sleep 2 hours to reduce the sprain, but we don't really need to. Let's head back up. And then we're going to head to a plane crash. And now it's barely cold at all. -5. Fantastic. And it's just going to get warmer. So unless the weather changes, we're going to be just fine now. I do have some meat on me though, so I could attract wolves and bears. I'm going to have this handy. This distress pistol. You can hunt with this weapon. Oh, I think maybe a blizzard is coming. It looks like it's getting whiter out there. Yeah, it's definitely brewing up a storm. Okay, we could go back, but I'm going to go to the plane crash. It's not far from here. we can make a fire there if necessary. It'll be okay. But you want to have this handy just in case something shows up. In this case, it's pretty much just a bear that's an issue. Animals will not be out in a blizzard. But if they are already out when the blizzard hits, they can still be near you, so you gotta be careful of that. Like, animals that are far away from me now, they are not gonna spawn, they're gonna despawn, but if I have a wolf or a bear nearby, and they're kinda on my case, they can still be around in the blizzard. Okay, should be this way. I might actually run here, because it's very, very cold. So you go this way. Keep going, and eventually we need to make a left.
It's so cold.
And go up the slope.
I'll lay down for a bit.
There's also spooky noises, but I'm pretty sure there's just like rustling in the trees. I think it's a bit further than this. I don't think it's quite here. We take a left, it's a bit further. If it's too steep, which this looks like it is, it's not here. I don't think it's here. Is it further? Well, I'll have a look. I think it is a bit further. And not here. Yes, this is kind of like a top Skeeter's Ridge. It's not here. Let's go a bit further. Ow. And I think it's up here on the left. I think. Yes, this looks right. This should be the plane crash. You can tell by the chaos in the trees. Just in case, let's eat this now. And we're gonna open some of these suitcases, seeing as we're right here. So here is the top of the plane crash. I'm not gonna open all the suitcases now. At least I don't think so. We'll open some. Let's check this one out. Vest. Okay. Nothing there. Look here. Jeans. Don't need that. Let's head to the cave. We can drop some stuff and warm up. There's also a bed here, if necessary. If I'm not hot enough, I might very quickly loot everything and then head to the nearby cabin. So here we are, Burn Ridge Cave. Let's see what we got here. Nothing there. Wood. Okay, we're warm back here. Nice. So let's drop this. And just to warm up, we might as well just harvest this. Because we don't need it. Same with this. Harvest it. And let's see, I can maybe drop some stuff that I won't be needing like right now. So let's drop this, this, and these two. Guess this. Let's keep that. Why not? And then... I can't sprint. Okay, well. Can I read? No. I am going to go out there, I think, and I'm going to check out the... Let's take this. Let's just warm up a little bit more. Let's pass some time. A bit more. Okay. I picked up. Okay, so then we're going to have a drink. We can't run, but we are fairly warm. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to face this blizzard. And I'm going to loot this plane crash. Actually not that cold anymore. Yeah, the blizzard ended anyway, so perfect timing. It's now just like heavy snow. There we go, blizzard over. In cover, we're barely cold at all. Like here, for example, -3. In the open, a bit more. The open is barely anything then too. So nice and warm now, kind of. When you're barely cold, I count that as being warm, because the impact is almost negligible. That's good. We really want... thermals or sweaters, that's what we want. No. More jeans. Alright. Check these. These are easy to miss. Those are overhead lockers, but they're actually not overhead. Take the corpse. Check the suitcase. Hey, another wool toque. How about that? That would have been great if this was earlier in the game. If you spawn in Pleasant Valley, which is one of those places you can spawn, it's a great idea to go here early, because you can get quite a bit of clothing, and then you'll be warmer pretty fast. Hey, there we are. That's what we wanted, the wool sweater. Fantastic. That's the best item you can get on Interloper for the sweater slot. I'm going to check in here. Is there any more suitcases? I think so. There's a drink. There's usually always a drink around here.
That smarts a bit.
Okay, and then we're going to check... Wait, what's that? Nothing. Okay. I'm going to check the lockers up here and the suitcase. Let's check the suitcases first. Light shell. Another wool toque, wow. We probably can't maintain all those wool toques. What about over here? Here we got... Is that Polaroid? This looks like Signal Hill. Yeah. Could maybe do that on our way out. Suitcases? No suitcases. Okay, then check between the seats. I don't see anything, or rather I don't see anything. Aha. Okay, so let's open these. I very rarely find anything in here. But it's still worth checking. You never know. I always find it so dizzying. I hate looking at this plane because it gives me a sense of vertigo. Because you're kind of like sideways and you're looking up, and things don't make sense for the old brain. Okay, I guess that's it. That's the plane crash looted. Then we have to see how heavy we are. These should be all open. I think that is everything. I believe.
That's a bit, but I'll make it.
And we are tired, so I think we need to stay here for the night, regardless, because we are quite tired. I'm contemplating to maybe leave the three strikes, because I am quite heavy. And I want to use the food I got to get back to Trappers. So we'll see. Might give that a miss. And what I might do is go from here down into the Draft Dodger's cabin. Alright, so first off, let's put on this. That's great. Any of these better? I don't know if it is, to be fair. No. And these are not better either. Well, this one gives better protection against wind and that, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, I don't really care about that. All I care about is warmth. Okay, let's pick these up.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
And we are heavy. Not as heavy as I thought. But we'll figure it out. We'll go to the cabin down here. Go from there.
I need some first aids.
By the way, if you're wondering, I have turned a wobbly camera off. So in this game, when you get a sprain, you'll see your character start hobbling. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll turn it on for you. So normally, by default, when you get a sprain, it looks like this. Okay, which of course is more realistic as well. That's how it looks. I get dizzy having that, so I have turned that off. Here it's on the dampen camera. We're gonna turn that on. And then you don't visually feel the impact, but the sprain is more it's more about how it impacts your gameplay and the pain of it, not so much the wobbly visual sensation of it, you know? Okay. -5. Is this actually clear? I think this is clear. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna make a quick fire here. Just for a torch. In case I want to cook anything. And then I have the torch against the wolves if I need it. Don't take advantage of that. Takes much longer with the mag lens. There we go. They don't sound like the old Skeeter switch. Oh, here they are. Not sure what that is. Let's have a look. Huh? Oh. This is new. Nothing on it though. I might use this torch to light a fire down there by that deer. And then we'll cook it. And then I think we'll go into this cabin.
That smells a bit.
And stay the night there. Oops. Or we could go to the barn, I mean the farm right away, but I think we don't need to do that. Yeah, let's get this deer hide here. Let's grab also this reclaimed wood here. Is there anything else around here that's important? I don't think so. Just this. Need 2 more of these. Let's make a fire. Right by this deer. A lot of wolf howls around. Make a fire here. Go. As you may have noticed, I've left most carcasses that I come across because you can leave them for
Come on, little fire.
feather farms, pretty much, which is something I very often do. You just leave the carcasses and then they will eternally create feathers, which is great. But in this particular case, I could bring less moose meat than I hoped.
Come on.
So I would like to get this just for the food, really.
Come on, little fire.
If I see a moose on the way home, that is to say by trappers or the dam or something. I don't think it is by the dam though. We'll kill that too. Okay, let's drop this. Let's just harvest this. There we go. And how am I walked? Oh, okay, let's make 2 half liters then. And put on 1 coal, sure. Grab some feathers. I think I need a 19. Yeah, let's grab one of these then. And then harvest this with the hacksaw. And then we can also grab this, but with the knife. Down there. That's about, yeah, let's grab the hide then. Here's the knife.
The sun is setting.
3 minutes, we'll die. Half. Eat that. And then we'll cook also this. 10 minutes. Grab this then. We don't need the guts really, but you can never have too many. Eat that as well. You can make a tea maybe? No? Okay, well let's craft one then. There we go. Craft a tea. Craft another tea. And just prepare the rose hips. There we go. Sounds like the weather's kind of picking up as well. And off we go. We're gonna head to this cabin over here. let things cure. And we'll stay the night. Then we'll head up to... We might not even go to the farm. We might just go past it. But we're gonna go up to Mystery Lake Cave, the Winding River. I don't know if we'll actually go to Signal Hill. We'll do the Polaroid later, because it's kind of a detour. It's near the cave, but it's still a little bit of ways. Even this cabin is somewhat of a detour. It might have been faster to just go to the farm, but we'll do it this way. I think we are going to abandon 3 Strikes Homestead, because it just takes too long. Going to 3 Strikes, it's like we're carrying all this stuff, and then we go there and come back, and there isn't really anything we need. I would like to find some tools. I haven't found any tools yet. So that is something that would be nice to do, to get some tools. Then I can repair my my gear, like my other tools. So that would be nice. But other than that, it's not really urgent, so... We haven't even looted most of Mystery Lake anyway, so we can do that. And we'll probably find some tools. We haven't looted most of the dam. So we'll find stuff. We're gonna loot most of the dam on our way home anyway. Alright, this used to be called Draft Dodger's Cabin. But lately it's been renamed Coastal House. I'm not sure if they fixed that yet. A fishing cabin, yeah, okay. Unless they did change it deliberately, I suppose they could have done that. Anything else here? You can also grab the cloth if we want to. Leggings, give me leggings. Someone may have left leggings behind. Thermals. Okay, I don't see anything else. If you want, you can break down the chairs, because sometimes there's loot behind the chairs. Not very often, it's happened to me like maybe twice. If you want to be really cheeky about it, what you can do is you can save the game, break it down, and if there's nothing, you can just reload the game. But then you're cheesing it, but you could do that. But even if there's nothing behind it, a chair gives you 6 cloth and 4 wood. It's pretty good. So it's worth in the long run to break down the chairs anyway. Okay, we're going to drop this and our fresh guts and our fresh deer hide. The rest is cured, so we'll just carry that. It's dark. We're gonna harvest some stuff that we don't need. We don't need the light shell. I could keep it, because there are times when it could be useful. But on this difficulty, not really. On lower difficulties, I sometimes keep a light shell. Because you are so warm. So I just grab a light shell, put it on top of my expedition parka or something. We can also harvest this. Just do this as long as necessary. Also reduce the carry weight. This is actually better, kind of, if it's repaired. I'm wondering if I should have that, but I'm not sure. Will this actually give me windproof though? Let's see. No, I didn't think so. I think I'm just gonna harvest it, to be honest. Get rid of it. What you really want is another one of these. So what I want is to find 2 of these, and then a third one that's going to be my spare. Maybe 2 spares, but probably not. And any excess of these, and I 1 spare of these, 1 spare of these, at least one spare of these, and these are all saved. So then you maintain them for a while. Eventually you can get rid of them. Jeans, we can get rid of the jeans. And I guess that's it. These we'll take with us. So many. We'll probably harvest them eventually though. And that's it. I don't think we can repair anything, so let's eat. Let's have a... we can actually have these. Yeah. And let's sleep. Sleep for 10 hours. We'll probably heal fully and be fully rested too, I think. Alright. It's morning. Let's eat one of these. Let's also have a drink. I'm just gonna get rid of these. They weigh 0.25 kilos. They are very good though, these summit sodas, but still. How am I doing like health wise? Yeah, cool. There we go. And there we are. Nice. And I'm gonna take all this with me, so we are gonna be heavy once I pick this up. But it's not like ridiculously heavy, so it's acceptable. Let's go. We'll probably stop at the farm just to warm up because it's gonna be cold, and we have the wind against us as well. I'm gonna have the bow ready just in case. Yeah, it's quite cold, so we'll stop at the we'll stop at the farm because we want to warm up. By the time we get back, I think the bear hide should be cured because I killed the bear. Oh, I didn't write it down, but it was around here somewhere. Here, I think, or something. So it should be cured, so then we can make the bear coat. In hindsight, I could have maybe killed 2 bears and then create a second bear coat, but we can wait with that. That's okay. We'll wait with that. And then we'll just harvest the bear. Once we are back and we have made the bear coat and the moose hide satchel, then we are pretty much just done. So we can just start exploring Mystery Lake, really, and find all the stuff and kill another bear. Just make ourselves explore and hunt. I think the wind is slightly dying down. Not sure actually if I need to go to the farm. Those crows poofed out of existence. See, it is cold, but how cold is it? Ah, the wolves. There are, but let's see. Yeah, we'll go to the farm. It's barely a detour, and we'll be warmer that way.
Wait.
So let's do it.
Cold. I'm warming up a bit.
Saves us having to lose too much health. Then we can go to the farm, warm up, and sleep an hour if we want to. In fact, I could just run to avoid taking too much damage here. See how fast calories and fatigue is drained when you run like this? That's because you're heavy. When you're heavy and you sprint, your calories just get drained, and your fatigue too. Which is why it's good to, generally speaking, not be heavy. In the early game though, you are heavy a lot because you're looting things, you want to take stuff back to the base, so there's a lot of stuff there that's pretty much always going to be heavy and just slow you down. But once you are done with that, once you have all the stuff you want, once you have found the tools or the weapons if you're lower difficulty, once you've found everything you want, then it's more about you know, going out hunting and exploring and stuff. Then you shouldn't really be heavy. It's very important to not be heavy when you go exploring. Oh, that scared me. What are you doing here? If you go out exploring while heavy, what's going to happen is that you are going to find more stuff and you're already heavy. And then you're going to be really slow, and it's a bit of a nightmare that way. It's better to explore later. Find a base and leave it there, and then you go out and explore when you have more space. Especially if you know where you're going. Like in my case now, I went to the summit and I was close to heavy because I came from Ash Canyon and I'd explored quite a bit there. But normally if I knew I was going, say if I was in Mountaineer's Hut and I knew I was going to the summit and then come back, I would just leave everything non-essential in the Mountaineer's Hut and then go to summit, you know? It's important to think about where you're going. Especially in the late game, once you already have some of your stuff. That's important. Alright, so here we are back here with our little selection here. Good, this is all empty. I think we'll sleep an hour here. Let me have another look in here if there's anything I want to like take. Like one of these. I might actually take these books with me. Because you can read them there, but we could also read them here. These are about to break, and that's okay. There's my backup stuff. Yeah. Just leave them here. Let's leave them here, it's fine. Okay, we're gonna sleep for like an hour. And then continue. We get some health back. Well, we get some warmth back rather, some energy back. So, there we are. How heavy are we? Still a little bit too heavy. I could have dropped everything to cure, but no point. Let's sleep for like an hour. Alright, onwards we go. Is that the bear? It is the bear, yeah. We're not gonna kill the bear though. We don't need the bear. But he is close to the farm. This is a good base for that reason. Because the bear is very close and you can kill him and have meat very close to your base. And then there's deer, rabbits, and wolves around. The moose isn't necessarily nearby, but you can find a moose around. And you can also fish in pensive ponds. Yeah. See, he's going for us, so you can smell us. In fact, if I drop this, pay attention to the bear now. See how he gave up? That's because he can smell this juicy stuff. And now he's going to come back. And there he is. That's why he was so close. Time of day. Yeah, that's fine. We could warm up here a little bit as well. Not sure if it's really necessary. Because we have a lot of health, but it is still kind of cold. Minus 17. A little bit of wind. I think maybe we should warm up here a little bit. We don't have to spend a lot of time here, but just get some heat back for a little bit. If you're playing on the go or something, you need to do this all the time to prevent getting cold. Okay, here we are. We could actually sleep an hour. Yeah, let's do it. We'll warm up. We have barely made any distance at all. But, unless the weather gets horrible now. We should be good. Just in case. I should have really have exited there. I should have really gone out of that building with the flare pistol in hand. Because then if there is a bear, I'm ready. But I honestly just forgot. So always be prepared. Okay, let's head to Pensive Pond. We'll also check this car. While we're here. Rabbit has been killed. Poor Barry. I don't think that bark is for me. I think it's for the other rabbit. Yeah. Rip the rabbit. They're gonna follow me for a little while because of my smell. Let's see what we got in here, if anything. Backseat, no. Here. Nothing. Oh, no. How about here? No. Oof, we got the wind against us. Because of that, we'll take this way instead. It'll be a bit more of a straight shoot. Be careful here, in case there's a bear around. There's a climbing rope over there. This climbing rope here is probably the most skipped rope in the game. So you can go there and climb the rope, but you could also, instead of climbing this rope, you know, you could just go this way up here and around. You know, it will take you slightly longer, but you will not burn as much fatigue. I think there might be a bear around. Not sure though. We're going against the wind, which is always fun. Then we're going to go up this hill. This looks a little bit steep, but you can, it's perfectly possible to traverse this. Oh gosh, this wind is pretty brutal. And seeing as we're heavy and we're going uphill, for this particular occasion, I'm going to put on the crampons. Out of experience, you know, you get sprained a lot, because it happens all the time on Hunted Part 1. And now we're not that cold anymore. -2, 3, okay. I don't see a bear actually. Maybe I just imagined it. How many bears have I seen so far? 1, right? Oh, I've seen 2. So I'm not sure where the bear spawns are in this map so far. I mean, I know where they are, but I don't know which ones are active. There should be 4 bears up, I think. Can be one up here too. I might check Hilltop Cave. I don't think I've been there. Hilltop Cave is usually got some misc loot. So I'm draining a lot of fatigue doing this, but it's already late in the day, so that's okay. This is the long journey home. This wind though, this wind is really annoying. Gosh, it's so strong. Okay, so over there is the path to our cave. But we are going to check this cave up here, the Hilltop Cave. There is a wolf around here though, so I need to be a bit careful. There's potentially a bear as well. You can hear the howling of the wolf. And normally I try to give a wide berth around corners, but I'm just taking cover from the wind right now. Okay, I don't see the wolf. So up here, this is Hilltop Cave. There's a misc loot here. There is usually a corpse here and a carcass as well. So there's feathers, there's food, there's rabbits, there's mushrooms. And inside the cave itself, there's usually, in the past, there were guaranteed salt crackers there. Which is great. But I don't know if that's still the case though. But it's one of those areas with like misc loot. So here's the carcass. Doesn't seem like there's a corpse. Let's have a quick look though. Might be feathers around or something. There's the wolf over there. He seems to be a little bit too far away to smell me. Ah, here's the corpse. Nothing on him. We do have rabbits to protect ourselves from the wolf though. So we'll be alright. So far, he is too far away, even though he is... Nah, he's not downwind from me. We should be okay, but let's check out the cave itself. I think there's a bed in this cave as well, if I remember correctly. Or isn't there? Oh, okay, there is, yeah. There's a cave. With a bed. Hey, and look, here we are. Dog food. Yummy. And sardines. Alright. And we could actually stay here. And sleep. But we're going to this winding river cave anyway, so I say let's just continue. We're probably going to continue all the way to either the dam or the cave before the dam. There's the hunter's blind as well. Let's check that. Anything here? No. Okay, there can be a bear around here, so be careful. Over there is the exit. That's where we're going. Don't see any bears. Good. Hopefully it hasn't migrated to ambush me. Eventually we'll go to Forsaken Airfield, by the way, but that's probably going to be at some distant point in the future. We'll have to see. It's going to take a while to get to 500 days. And there might be breaks in between. There we are. Back in the cave. And now we can warm up as well. And we're going to take off this. Like this. And I don't think we can loot anything in here really. Like there isn't any like coal because it's not that long since we were here. When were we here? Here, the cave system. So 13 days ago, 10 days ago. Some coal kind of respawn, maybe. Coal takes about 3 weeks to respawn, so that's about 21 days. So if you loot all the coal in a cave and come back 3 weeks later, pretty much all of it should have respawned by then. And of course what you can do is you can just pick up the coal that you found. Wait a minute. Make sure I didn't leave did I leave anything behind? Have I dumped stuff here? I just want to make sure. You can pick up all the coal and then just leave it somewhere, and then of course the rest of the coal respawns. I'm just going to quickly have a look here, just to make sure. Because it's possible that I dumped something. Ah, see? I just had this feeling. Did I write this down? I don't think I did. But rang a faint bell that was like, you know, a voice saying like, oh, put it a bit further into the cave because then you'll see it. But no, I did not see it. But here it is. Yeah. There was this voice in the back of my head. I was like, oh, hold on. I think maybe this is one of those places where I would leave stuff behind, hoping I'd see it. That'd be a lesson to you that you need to write these things down, which I clearly didn't there. When you do it in the moment, it's easy to remember, like, oh yeah, I'll remember that when I come back. But you won't. There I was lucky to remember. Here we're going to take a little shortcut down. We're going to go here. Hop on this rock. Hop back down on this rock. And down. Boom, boom, boom. So write these things down when you leave stuff behind. And if you don't, leave it somewhere where you will see it. So there, I spawned into the cave. I'm looking up and I didn't see the hide. So leave it somewhere like, you know, here or whatever. Somewhere obvious where even if you forget all about it, you can see it. You know, it will be right there. I don't know if we need the lantern, to be honest. It's quite light. Can we douse this? Yeah, it's pretty light out there. Things this way? Yeah. I think we're going to continue. We are barely tired. So I think that we'll just keep going. And what we can do is we can grab the maple saplings that I talked about earlier. Because they are They are always there. So let's just grab those. Before we exit, let's just eat this. Reduce the smell a bit. We'll hunt more if we need to. Go. At the moment, I don't think we need to hunt because we have, well, for one thing, we have cattails. I can grab more cattails if I want. And there's bear meat in the base. I can always hunt the deer as well, just to get some supplies going. If you want to be really conservative with your resources, and I mean like really ultra conservative, get the wolf to hunt the deer for you. You know, get the wolf on you and then creep close to a deer and get them to kill it. And then you scare off the wolf and you get the meat and you didn't use any resources. Or rather, you didn't use any hunting resources. Okay, we're warming up, kind of. I'm not going to click on all the cairns I see unless there's something that's really out of the way that I come across. I don't know what they all are, but there isn't an achievement for them or anything. So it's something I just click on here and there. Wouldn't mind getting a sack cairn, by the way. Hinterland, if you're listening, you know. Happy to have that in the game. You can say what I say, that every journey starts on day one. That can be on my cairn. Or it could say, ooh, mushrooms. Or hello, fellow survivors. Or if you're not dead, you're not doing it wrong. You know. Alright, so here's a little mini shortcut. Is that kind of like an oxymoron? Like, I don't know. And let's you go over here and then you enter the cave. Now we are already pretty warm. It's only -1 now, so we don't really need anything in this cave. And we've already been there anyway, so we can just ignore it. I can check quickly if there was anything I left behind here, but I don't think there was. No. And then remember before I talked about maple. We could actually just do this. No, we'll do it later. You go up here on this side, up here. Don't go back down to the river. Go up here on the right. It looks like it's too steep, but it's not. And then you just go up here, and at the top, you'll find usually a campfire with some wood. If you're lucky, you'll find some food and gear as well, but no always. And there should be anywhere between 1 and 3 maple saplings, usually. So let's see what we have today. And today we have maple and mushrooms, lots of mushrooms, and the deer carcass. So this is where it is now. Okay, so this is where that is, but we don't need it right now. The food would be good, I suppose. And I could harvest it, but we're gonna take these. Actually, let me map first, because while the saplings are up and stuff. There we are, maple. You can see where we are. You go up this way. I think you can go up this way as well. I've never done it though. Grab these. How heavy am I? I'm fairly heavy, yeah. So I think I will leave this wood. But here's the wood I was talking about. And then you can go, I think the other way up is this way. You go along here. You can also just go down that way, the steep way. But I think up, I think you can get up here. I'm not 100% sure if I'm honest with you. Because I've never gone this route. I believe it can be done. By the way, if you want to map the dam, like if you want to map the dam itself, you can do that down here. I'm going to grab these cattails just because I don't have that much food. Let's just grab them. If you struggle to map the dam for Faithful Cartographer, go to the base of the dam and then map it there, and then it will appear. Last I checked, I think they have made that easier, so I think you should be able to map it other places too now, but just in case. Just be mindful of the wolves. But I can show you. Seeing as we're here and it's barely cold, we might as well do it now. We go all the way to the base of this dam. There isn't anything to find here unless they've added stuff. Let's also drop our stuff here so we don't attract wolves. Let's just have a quick look around now, actually, because I haven't looked here in a long time. And who knows if they added something without telling us, huh? Doesn't look like there's anything, though. There's the wolf over there. They'll be in the way later. What is that? Is that just wood poking out? Looks like it, yeah. Okay, doesn't seem to be anything here that I can see. Okay, but if you stand here at the base, you should be able to map the dam. There, see, now it came up, this icon here. So if you're struggling to do that, if you have Faithful Cartographer going and you can't get it to work, do that. Okay, there is a possibility now, depending on this wolf, that I have to kill my first wolf. Depends if he gets in the way or not. Here he comes. He smelt me already. And the question is, does he get too close? There he is. We're not going to harvest these cattails because it takes too long. And you, Wolfie, I would rather you just stay there. Don't really want to deal with you. But I will shoot you if I have to. But you know, you just ate a whole rabbit. Are you still hungry? Seems like you are. The wolf can follow you all the way up to the dam, by the way. They don't tend to walk that far by themselves unless you really smell or something. But they can follow you all the way up there. But they won't follow you across the dam to get inside the dam. They won't do that. There's also a shortcut you can take here to get into Winding River faster by going up. I think it's this slow. No. It's up here. I might do it one day. Yeah, you can go up this slope here. And that can take you over this little hill here into the cave. It's pretty good. If you want to see that, check out one of my speedruns for like Hopeless Rescue. You'll see it. I think... Did I loot this? No, I did not. Right. Might as well not have, though. Up here we go. We already checked for... We checked this, right? Yes. And then we're going to go into the dam itself, which you can't go through this door. This is where you come out of the dam, but if you want to go back in, you can't. It's a one-way door. So instead we're going to grab this and then go across the dam. This looks very dangerous, but it's pretty easy. If it's in the dark, maybe you'll struggle, but... And now the wolf is like, not sure where to go. If I try and aggro this wolf now, he will just give up. He's already given up, see? You're gonna see a funny clip there. Check out my Twitch community highlights of different streamers and their clips. And there's a funny one here on the dam where Shaldul gives a tutorial on how to get across, and then of course it backfires completely. But this is how you get into the dam again. It's not really intuitive, but here it is. And put this up there, but we're gonna check over here first to see if there's anything. On lower difficulties, oh, a deer. Hello. On lower difficulties, you should always check these pipes because you can find hidden loot here. So today we have nothing, but you can find a container in here. You can also find the item variants in there. So it's always worth checking those things out, especially on lower difficulties. On Interloper, I almost never find anything there. I have found stuff, but it's very rare, but I still check. while we're at it, we might as well check thoroughly over here. But I don't think there is anything. No. It's possible to go on top of these if you really want to. Okay, then we're go inside. And I'm gonna move through the dam and sleep in the trailer if I can, because night is coming. And we could get an Aurora, which I really do not want. Okay, but we are gonna loot the dam as we progress through it though. Okay, so here there is, I think there's a lockbox around here. Cooking pot, sunk it. And I think around here somewhere, there's a lockbox. Oh, here we are. But we don't have the key for this. But this is where it is if you're looking for it. And then we are gonna check all this stuff. There are cables that can kill you if an Aurora hits. And I have died in the dam to the Aurora before. I was very heavy and I couldn't run. Which we can now, fortunately. And then the Aurora hit while I was crossing a cable and I died. Book. Yes. Cloth and crates, we'll deal with that later. Secret coffee? Oh, that coffee is very rare. Any drink? Doesn't look like it. There's very often tools here. Yay, tools. Exactly what I wanted. I was hoping to find that. I did think I would find tools here, or if not here, somewhere in Mystery Lake, so I wasn't too worried about not going to 3 strikes. We'll go there another time. Leave those. I swear that in the past you could open this thing. And then here, anything under here? I like to hide things. Accelerant. Tools, give me tools. Nice. Anything else? Alright. And down here, you want to check under these stairs. We don't really need the lantern, but I just want to see better. And I also want you, the viewer, to see better. So yeah, be careful with these cables. If an Aurora hits, they can kill you, as happened to me. You want to check under here, though, because it can be stuff, including, hello, a hammer.
Oh, lucky day.
Look at that. Hammer. Really good to know that that's there on a chair. Now, of course, in hindsight, if I had known that, instead of going to HRV, I could have gone there and gotten the hammer that way. So that would have been a win. But of course I didn't know that it was there, and it's not going to be guaranteed that it's there anyway. But even if I had known, the HRV trip is still very fruitful, because I got the air wrap, I got the combat pants and Mackinac, so still totally worth it to go to HRV. And the bedroll. That was definitely worth the trip. But you can find a lot of essentials around the Mystery Lake. If you loot the dam and Mystery Lake in its entirety, you should find a hacksaw, probably a hammer, but not necessarily. But you should find a hacksaw, you should find a storm lantern, maybe a fire strike if you're lucky. So yeah, it should be doable to find quite a few good things in Mystery Lake, plus the dam. We're gonna loot all this stuff. Oh, Summit Soda. Anything behind there? Not that I can see. I do not like being here in the night. In the night, this is a scary place. Not to mention that there are scary noises. But if the Aurora hits, these cables are deadly. We call them red spaghetti. That's basically what they are, they're red spaghetti. And check the trash cans. So now we're looting as we progress. We're still gonna check this area again though. We come back here and Oh, you can actually break down the ladder. Wow, okay. Anything behind it though? No. We're gonna come back here. Everything that we have looted so far on the run and that we walk past, we're gonna check all of that again. Let's check here as well. We can see a whetstone. Yeah. I like to hide things under things and next to things. So keep your eyes peeled. Yeah. Any scrap metal on me? One. We're getting quite slow now because of all the stuff, and we're tired also. But we have looted most things, and we are going to loot more, but we're not going to loot the upper levels. We're not going to do that. We will leave that for another time. But we are going to go to the upper sidewalk, or catwalk, that's it. Sidewalk. Up here. This is not much of a detour. So we're going to go up here. There can also be simple tools just laying about here, so keep an eye out for that. What's that? Well, I saw something, which I didn't. Ah, look at that. Is that lantern fuel over here? Just standing in the corner?
Best be prepared for anything.
We can use that. I believe if you refuel it with the lantern fuel and the jerry can in, it uses the lantern fuel can first. Open this. I want to check over here because you can find a couple goodies here. You can find a flare. You can find a fire striker. An interloper, I think this fire striker is really rare. I mean, I found it like twice, I think. But on lower difficulties, you can find a fire striker up here. It's not here. It's on this side over there. I'm just going to check to see if there's anything happening. I don't see anything, but that's okay. I want to check the other side here. I was going to say I can run, but too tired to run. And I don't like sleeping in the dam. You can sleep in the dam just fine. It's perfectly fine. As long as you don't sleep on the, the cables. But I don't usually do that. This is a route you can take, by the way, if there are cables and you want to avoid some of them. It doesn't look like there's anything, but in this corner over here, in the past, you could find a box. You can find fire striker, flare, but not today. What about over here, actually? Here, in the past, there's been nothing here. But what about now? I think we have to break down the boxes to find that out, so we're going to leave that for another time. Yeah. I have actually, in the past, in my old main run... Hey, there's the tools I was talking about. Simple tools just laying around. We'll take those too.
This'll come in handy.
I have in the past actually broken down all of the crates in the dam. And that worked fine. But I'm sad to say that at the time at least, none of them have anything in it. You get a ton of wood though. You get over 400... I don't even remember how much it was because I put them in two different bundles. I think it was over 400 reclaimed wood. It was a lot of wood. And then there were also you know, a lot of scrap metal. There are some people out there who have actually broken down everything in the dam, and maybe I'll do that too. It takes a while to do it. I don't remember how long it took me. I think it takes about 20 in-game days to do. And the main issue is things like cabin fever. But it can be done. Okay, I'm not going to loot anything here, and I'm just going to write a note to myself. in the dam. I wrote something about the dam, right? I did not? Okay. Dam is not looted on ground floor and top floor. Because I'm too heavy, I'm not going to go loot everything. I'm going to leave all that stuff. I'm going to head to the trailers. I'm going to sleep in the trailers and not here. So it's perfectly fine to sleep here. You can just sleep here, right on the floor. These cables are not connected, so these should not electrify you. But nevertheless, I like sleeping in the trailers. Here we got some misc stuff. I think we'll come back for all this. We don't need it right now. We'll come back for it. That's just one of those lockers that I tend to check even if I don't write anything. I very often will check that locker when I pass through anyway, because it's just my standard storage locker in the dam. You'll see as this run progresses, provided we don't die, you'll see that as it progresses, a lot of these stops will become bases. There'll be mini bases with like some food outside the dam, some outside the trailer or another base. A lot of these stops that we go through will have food and stuff around it. Okay, it's building up to a blizzard, but there could still be a wolf around. So we need to be a bit careful here. Because the wolf will be out before the blizzard hits. So gotta be a bit careful here. I don't see anything. There it is. There's the wolf. See? Wolf in a blizzard. We're gonna ignore this wolf.
I can't feel my feet.
Okay, let's get situated here. And we're going to drop our curing. This. We don't need the rest, but we can refuel this. I think it should take the lantern fuel first, which it did. We're carrying a bunch of heavy stuff. Let's eat some things as well. Yeah, we can eat these. It doesn't matter if it gives us food poisoning, it's fine. Because we are pretty high health.
Oh, stomach.
And there we go.
It hurts.
Drink this.
It hurts.
You'll be fine, Astrid. Trust me. And we eat these. And then we're going to drink these. And I guess that's it. And then we'll sleep for 10 hours, and this should cure it. We can actually have a look at our health, because it's 74. And if we sleep now for 10 hours, what is it then? Looks like we regenerate. Food poisoning healed, and we are 81, so we healed a little bit because of that birch tea. And we're going to actually, because it's still a blizzard out there, we're going to drink some more of these. We'll get some bear meat in us when we get to Trappers. And how rest? Are we fully rested? We can sleep 1 more hour. Okay, I think we can repair something maybe. How's my hacksaw? 62. Let's repair this with the quality tools. There we go. Sorry, I'm sneezing. So that's high condition now. If you're desperate for scrap, you can harvest this. And this also really should be harvestable in my opinion. So this is quite heavy. Maybe I can read while we wait. I would like some more food though. We're running a bit low on food. with this blizzard going on. I might actually just eat these cattails. At least some of them. I mean, we do have more food, it's just I'm being greedy. Not greedy, but conservative. Let's eat this until we have 12 and go from there. We have bear meat back in base. Then when we go out, we'll be heavy. But we'll be, like, acceptably heavy, I guess.
This pack is getting
50, a little bit heavy. Let's drop some of these. We don't need this much wood. That's a lot of wood. It's also, I guess that's a... taking the rest with us for now. It's heavy, but it's acceptable. We can also drink another one of these. Keep a health regeneration up. These things stack, by the way. So they don't stack on top of each other so you heal faster, but they add, the duration is increased for each one you drink. This will pretty much heal us to full health. Okay. It's kind of cold. So I am going to see here. Okay. Are we gonna head straight to Trappers now? We could go via Lake Overlook Cave, but again, I could do that. It's not much of a detour, to be fair, because the Lake Overlook Cave is just up there, so it's not much of a detour at all. But it's nevertheless a detour, and the consequence of that is that it takes me longer, and I'm not that bothered about the meat and stuff I'm carrying, or like the guts that smell, but I'm carrying this moose hide around. This is why it's best to kill a moose somewhere where you're going to stay. And an alternative strategy would have been that I stayed in Timberwolf Mountain, brought all the meat back to the hut, and just stayed there and got some more meat to harvest, and establish a regional base, wait for the thing to cure, and then you go back home. That would have been a perfectly acceptable strategy to do. There isn't really a wrong way to play this game. And I'm just doing it this way, but you can do it however you want. But because I am carrying it and I'm bringing it to Trapper's cabin, and the moose hide is so heavy, I am going to head straight there without too much thought for anything in between. If a wolf kills one of these deer, then maybe I'll harvest it, but even then, it's really heavy. So I would like to just make my way there. If there are wolves up ahead, I will maybe try and avoid them. I checked him before. I smell, but I don't... It's not terrible. Run.
Damn, I'm freezing.
Oh, that doe is dead. Or am I dead? Oh, thanks, doe. Did you just, like, attract a wolf for me or something? Okay. They haven't spotted me yet. This is the power of crouching. There comes the whole wolf pack and they can't see me. Because they're going for this deer. This one has given up though. Come on, really. You as well, huh? And he killed that one. Okay, now it's a bit of a shame to let these go to waste. I don't really want them to go to waste, especially the pelts. Not too bad about the food. I might actually make a fire here. And grab these pelts. So there goes the first wolf kills. Get to use some wood at least. And as much as I would like the meat, they don't give much calories. In fact, they're pretty much the second lowest calorie gain in the game, other than rabbits. And they give me parasite risk. So I could cook them to level cooking, but other than that, I don't really need them.
Come on, little fire.
But I will take the guts. I have a suspicion that we just got a clear day. We did not. Okay. Okay, put a couple of these on. Let him have his day. Because it was too much meat. We are going to... We will harvest some of this. This much. And we'll eat some of it. But what we really are stopping here for is the hide. He can eat that. Takes an hour. And this takes 36. And we will eat this. But barely, if that makes sense. Grab the hides. And then we can maybe make the wolf jacket. There we go. I'm just going to eat this. Gives us parasite risk, but I'll accept it. We'll wait to eat this one a little bit.
Carry this load for much longer.
Grab this and that. And now we have fire. Is he gonna kill this there as well? Looks like it. He's on a frenzy. Oh, he's going for me, of course. Let's keep going. He's going back. Oh my god, this wolf. So much meat. And normally I would scare off this wolf and just say, that's mine. But I have, I'm carrying so much stuff. I would rather get some more deer. In an ideal world, you want to be optimal and you want to harvest everything you can. So if a wolf kills a deer, take that deer. And you get so much meat and everything. It's fantastic. But you're also carrying a bunch. So I'm carrying a bunch of stuff, including guts and the hide. One thing I could have done is I could have scared the wolf away. Then go back to the trailer and dump everything there. Then go back out and harvest stuff and cook it. Eat what I need. Leave the rest behind. And then probably the next day, go to trappers. That would be one way to do it. And that would allow you to harvest everything. And that's a perfectly acceptable way to do it. However, me, like, well, even though that's an opportunity, there are infinite wolves and deer in this game. So getting a wolf to kill a deer, it's going to happen again. I don't have to harvest it just because it's there. However, I did want to harvest the wolves there. Because, I mean, I had to kill them anyway, so I used 2 arrows. Including the one that was 1%, remember? I have a broken arrow now. 2 actually. And remember, one of them was 1% condition, but I still killed the wolf. As I said before, the condition of the arrow doesn't matter. With fire-hardened arrows, maybe it does, but not with the simple arrows. But yeah, it's good to take opportunity of things you find, but it's also a question of how much it's worth it. So here I could harvest this if I want, but I don't need this either, not really. I'd rather get rid of all this stuff I'm carrying, put it in the base, and then free up my inventory, and then I'll go and secure stuff and get more food and this and that. That's a plan that I prefer. I'm going to check the loot that's here though, because it's on the way, and it's usually very little loot there, like a book or something, and that's it. We're going to check that. Get some feathers. Let's check. And what have we got here? A derailment. You can sometimes find guns in here too on lower difficulties. And we got more simple tools. Okay. Why not be even heavier, right? And that's it. I'm not sure if we can go up here. Can we go up here? Have water. Oh, see if this can avoid burning out. Yeah, there we go. Keep going. We could sleep at camp office, but I don't think it's necessary. Can I run? I don't think so. No, it's too heavy. Now we can eat the wolf meat. Want to make sure I had enough calories. Space for that. Can't run now either. Am I carrying something very heavy? Not really. It's all the stuff. Hides and things. Tools. That's what I'm carrying. It'll be slightly lighter in a little bit, so I can actually run soon, once I light the next torch. We are going to go all the way to Trappers. We're not going to stop in camp office, I don't think. This is probably going to be the last time that you'll see me walk slowly with a bunch of stuff. Because after this, I will have the moosehide satchel. So not only would I be not as heavy in the future because of the satchel, but I have now, after I crafted the satchel, for one thing, I will just be lighter, but there isn't anything major for me to find anymore that weighs a lot. So going forward, you'll see me get a bit heavy if I loot stuff and I'm taking it back to base or something, or if I carry a bunch of bear meat or something like that. But other than that, this is likely going to be the last time you see me heavy. Or not heavy, but so heavy that I can't sprint. So we're just going to make our way home. There are places we could stop, like the lookout tower, camp office. We're just going to head straight home. If there is a moose, I will kill the moose. But other than that, we're not doing anything. The bear should be back up, by the way. The bear I killed should be there. So we can kill that bear again later. The reason I know that, well, I don't know that. I suspect that, is that animal spawns in the early game are much faster. I don't know the exact threshold, but I think if you kill an animal before day 10, so it's like 10 or 15 or something. If you kill an animal before that, the respawn rate is really fast. So not so much with wolves and deer, but with bears and moose, you can kill them on day 5 or something. And then you, and then they'll be back like 10 days later or something like that. And it's more than 10 days now since I killed this bear, so this bear should presumably be back now. However, as the game progresses, this will take longer. So when you get to like past the first few days, the respawn timer changes. I don't have the exact numbers in my head. I'm just going to give you an impression. But let's use bears as an example. If you were to kill a bear before day 10 or something, maybe day 15, I think it respawns in just like 10 days. It's quite fast. I know this because it's possible some people have done challenges where they try to kill bears as fast as possible, and they do this by getting the flare gun and then killing bears and then crafting the bow as soon as possible and just going around killing bears, and they can do 50 bears in 50 days. So I'm pretty sure that if you kill a bear before like day 10, 15, something like that, the respawn timer is like around 10 days or so. However, if you kill the bear after that, the respawn timer is something like 30 days. But then when you get to the late game, when you get to like day 300 or 400 onwards, then it changes to every 60 days or something like that. With moose it's the same, except that it's even longer. I believe that with moose, when you're really late game, like day 400 onwards, a moose takes about 100 days to respawn. Oh. So moose take a long time. If you want to see data on bears, there is a YouTuber called Even Dark, who I have talked about in another movie. He has a video, I don't have it offhand, but there is a video that he made where he tracks bear kills for a long time, and he even made a bear spawn calculator. I have it somewhere, where you can type in what day you are at and what day you killed the bear, and it will tell you roughly when the bear will be back. Of course, this might change in the future and might be invalid, and this is just one test, but it does exist. I never used it though, because to me, the game is not about calculations. Sure, you can play it to try and be optimal, like for example, like I do, like I kill a bear and a moose, and I let the bear, the hides cure while I do other stuff. That's kind of optimal, you know, or strategic. But I don't really care enough about the game to crunch the numbers to that detail, right? For me, it's more about the immersion and enjoyment of the game. So if I have a rough idea how long something takes to respawn, you know, maybe I think it's around 30 days, but maybe actually it's 20 or maybe it's 45. I don't really care. It's interesting to know for sure. So if you know and want to share it, feel free. But it's one of those things where I'm not interested in being a computer that logs that, okay, I killed a bear on day 23. Let's go back. It's now day 47. So the bear is back today. Let's do it before it disappears, you know, and then we can kill the most amount of bears. And it's like, well, I would prefer just playing the game and being immersed, walking around, exploring, and then I might have a general idea. Like in the late game, I tend to log when I killed moose, because then I know that, oh, I killed this moose 30 days ago. Oh, the moose is not going to be back then. But when it's been like 100 days, then I'm like, okay, well, let's go check the moose. Maybe the moose has respawned a while ago, or maybe not, I don't know. But again, ultimately, how you play this game is up to you. You should play the game however you want. And if that includes crunching the numbers and figuring everything out, then you should do that. I mean, I do it sometimes because, for example, with the meters, I wanted to know how much damage do you take when you're cold. I think that's quite important for survival. So those sort of things I looked into, and I do want to know things like the respawn timers or things. I think those are good to know. But there's a difference between having information about the world and being a computer where all you do is go around and do things because you have to do them. Because you're like, oh, I killed the bear and that was 32 days ago, so the bear is up today. Let's go kill that bear to reset the timer. Sure, you can do that, but then the goals you are setting for yourself then is to commit to the grind as opposed to playing the game how you want to play it, if that makes sense. But that's just how I see it. You are free to disagree, of course. I have a general idea of how long it takes for things to respawn, and I tend to follow that. But I will only...
That smarts a bit.
Do we need water and stuff? I'm not sure. But I only really look at how long it's been since I killed something. Wait, are these... These are not cooked, are they? No, but we need to cook that. We could actually do that right now, because we don't have as much cooked meat as I thought. So let's do that while we have the torch. So yeah, but you play the game however you want. So there is no wrong way to play this game. You can play it however you want. You can be a super calculator and know every little detail about this game. You can be someone who's carefree and exploring, don't want to know anything. You just want to go about and explore the world. You want to play on Pilgrim, you're not going to play on Nogoa, you want to play 10 days, you want to play 5,000. You play it however you want. That's what's really important. See, speaking of which though, here is the bear. The bear is coming. We're not going to kill the bear right now though. We are going to cook this though. Now 14, let's put a stick on them. That'll probably be alright. Okay, let's go inside and sort this out. So here we are, back home. Hooray, and that's cured. That's great. We'll put this here to cure the rest. We have some deer hide we can just put down here as well. We can craft quite a lot of stuff here. Wolf pelts, I don't think I have any. Except the ones that I picked up. I left one in Timberwolf Mountain as well. Guts, bunch of cured guts. I'm gonna put down those. Those are the fresh ones. We'll also put down the extra maple we have. Was there a... No, okay. Let's put in this red. 1 hour missing, okay. Well, that's good to know. Let's put in this. And most of this. Put in all of this. We have some stuff, some extra stuff we can just put on display. But we don't need this, or that, or this. Well, actually, no, we need this to refuel the thing. No, okay, it's refueled already. Drop that, drop this, this. Both of these two. I guess we don't need this either. And the rest can stay in my inventory for now. Okay. Tools, let's just put tools here. Accessible for crafting, you know. Jerry can. I usually put those here. Good old jerry can. Cooking pot. This we can put over about over here. I can put it in there. Can you turn? Yeah, you can. There we go. This is a memento. We're not going to use those, so I'll put those in our memento shelf. Flare. I think for now I have put the flares in here.
It's a bit, but I'll make it.
Yeah, put that in there. Can we'll put here. And then let's see. We can move everything we don't use in here. Yeah, we'll leave the crampons in. Actually, what the crampons won't leave in there, we'll leave them out because I probably won't carry these with me. Probably not. We can put them just on top here or something. In here, I'm gonna sort that out. I think. Yeah, take all of these out. Put this in here. Put these in there. We'll carry those with us and put these in here. We're gonna put one of the stims in here. We're gonna put 2 of these in here. We're gonna put that in there, and I think that's all right. So now we're getting somewhere. And then we have extra matches. So it's 12. I'm gonna put in those and those and those and those. So that's 24, 48, 60. And then we'll also put in 40. But now, matches in trappers, there's 100 matches now. What else? We can carry these. The fire striker we don't need. The fire striker we can put down. Put that, I don't know, here. Take this. And now we're getting somewhere. Let's have a look outside. "22 minutes. Okay, let's harvest this. And we'll see if we make some more arrows, but later. I might need to hunt some deer to make sure I have food supplies. Let's see, anything else? I think that's about it, really. We don't need the hammer, actually, that we can also put away. We don't need that. And the accelerants too. I don't have many sticks or anything, so we can't cook as much as I would like, but that's okay. We'll cook those, Then we'll go get some wood. And we'll hunt some deer or something, or the bear again. Okay. 57. Let's take these. Okay. I saw the hammer as well. So now we got a base going here. Drop the hammer. And we'll put that on here. Hammer locations. Trappers. And then we'll put accelerant in here. We'll organize all this stuff later. Keep one on us though. And then I think that was it, right? Yeah. We can put these in here. And then we'll harvest. Oh, we don't need 2 of these redstones either. Look how much lighter we are now. We have so much more space. And let's do the harvesting of that. And then there we go. We are pretty much organized. Go out and in again. Save. We go. And there we are, fellow survivors. I'm going to leave you here. We made it back. We've done the whole journey and the stuff is cured while we're out. So fantastic. So now we can actually make the bear coat. And soon we can make the moose coat as well. By the time we made the bear coat, the moose coat should be fine. And we might get parasites because we have to eat bear meat, but that's okay. We'll just deal with it. So next time, now we got all the essentials we need, but we're still lacking a bit in terms of everything else. Like we can still craft stuff. We need to hunt more things, get more food, level cooking. So now we are going to start crafting some gear and getting more food for the base and explore Mystery Lake. And after we've done that, we'll go somewhere else and check that out in more detail. So probably what we'll do next episode, most likely I'm going to make the bear coat and then also the moose hide satchel. We'll probably kill that bear again. Also want to kill some deer to not just have parasite risk all the time. Although if I get parasites, it makes no difference. So I'll just eat bear meat anyway. So yeah, so that's it. A bit of a schlep taking this home. But this is where we leave it. Except for one thing I just forgot now, which is carrying these 2. And these 2 are going on display over here. I forgot all about that. This is my Crackers display case, pretty much. Well, I'm the real cracker here. And we don't need to carry all this stuff around. Put all of this in. I would put these in as well. And that. And we can carry those around. And we can carry that around. There we go. That's better. A couple misc things I completely forgot about. So let's just do this. And then that's it. Well, there we go. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. And then we'll do some hunting and crafting. See you, survivors. Bye-bye.